Hey all, Rusty RVerTV, welcome. Check it out. We're on Interstate 84 heading into the Dells. Getting close to the end of our trip here along the Columbia. Got a few more stops. Alright, let's cruise downtown first. Then we'll cross over the big bridge, go into Washington. There's a museum. On the Washington side, we'll stop, check that, then continue on. Beautiful summertime day. Kind of breezy. Normally is along the Columbia River Gorge. Alright, should be downtown soon. This is one old town along the river, right here in Oregon. See some old buildings. There's the Dowell's Auto Parts. Pretty neat. Different shops. That kind of thing down here. Wait to see the dam, the Dowell's Dam. Oh my goodness. That is one major power generating place. That thing produces power. Always heard that a lot of the, like Google and those places, buy the power from it. Old Wells Fargo Bank. There you go. You can say you cruised. Downtown Dalles, Oregon. The Dalles. But wait, there's more. Let's go back the other one way. I think this one has the better buildings on it. Yep. Oh, look at the big Coca-Cola sign. Goodness. Yeah, this is... I'd say this is more of the main drag. Big mural on that building. Both sides. Brick City Games, Route 30. This historic Route 30 has just been something to see. Wow, Hampton Furniture. And the movie theater. Isn't this cool? This is small town USA here. Well, I'm glad I came back up this other direction. Alright, well, I'm gonna get turned around. We're gonna cruise over to the state of Washington. Yay! Time we get over there, that museum ought to be open. There's the river. Can't go much farther. There's only so many places you can cross the Columbia River. There you go. Look at the murals on this building. Lewis and Clark. Looks like a storage place. Wow. That's a lot of effort and artwork. Right back here on this back street. Alright, I need to cut over. And not this street, next one up. That's the first time I ever cruised downtown area here. I always just drive right past on the interstate. I've crossed a bridge many times, but usually just get it right off the interstate. There's a lot more to this historic Route 30 than you realize. Those vistas and overlooks were pretty darn cool. Wow, that is a huge winery building. And a roundabout. Which way do I go? This way. 84. We're not going to do the interstate. We're going to get right on the bridge and cross over. Alright, let me figure it out. We'll be there soon. Made it. I was a couple miles off. I had to actually get back on the interstate for a couple miles. Oh well. Here it is. Here's the Dalles Dam. They got a big lock system where the big boats come through, all the barges. Well, let me stop. I'll get a picture of it with the phone. Ooh-wee, that wind is moving. There's the bridge. We're going to cross it in just a minute. On the other side, there's a little pull out. Get a better picture of it. There's the mighty Dalles Dam. That thing generates a ton of electricity. Alright, we are leaving Oregon. Well, what do you say? Let's head to Washington. Crossing the mighty Columbia River. There you can see the dam a little bit better. I'll stop on the other side too. River's not quite as wide here, is it? And no toll, finally. Bridge that doesn't charge. Busy roads. There you go. Back in Washington. We just been zigzagging last few days all the way down to Columbia. Pretty cool. What a great epic trip so far. Okay, off to the right. Probably can't see it. The camera's not picking it up. There's a little area. I think they even have storyboards there. And the turn should be right here. I think every time I've driven through here, the winds have really been howling. Must just be this terrain and area. Alright, here it is. There you go. That's a lot better view of the bridge. Not so much the dam, but the bridge. Yep, storyboards. Let's check them out. And the lock system. All the boats, barges, everything comes right through there. There it is. There's the entrance. Then it goes through. You really can't see it from here. That hill's kind of blocking it. And talking about the logs, grain. Because they can haul stuff. It comes down, I think, was it Salmon River, Snake River? Clear out of Idaho. Lewiston, I think, is where the start of all that is. That'd be fun to go through there on a big ship. You know, they got cruise boats you can take along the Columbia River. That'd be cool. Big old gates. Kind of reminds me of Mississippi River, doesn't it? Basin of dead water. Oh, part of the history. Well, there's our bridge. We just crossed it. Terrain's getting flatter, isn't it? The farther east we get, more deserty. A lot of snow up there. All the peaks. Well, pretty. Well, what do you say? Let's go find that museum. Check out this pullout. I stopped to change camera batteries, and there's all these storyboards. View of Mount Jefferson. All kinds of cool stuff here. Plus, I just looked on the maps. This little town below, down by the water, is called Wishram. There's a historic train or something down there. I've always driven past here. We gotta go down there, don't you think? Heck yeah. Waterfalls. I always heard before they dammed up the river there was waterfalls. I've seen other pictures of it. It's where the Indians harvested salmon for 10,000 years. Wow. That would have been something to see. Now it's all gone, buried underneath the river. This wind is strong, about knocks you over. More about the terrain. All the trade the river offered. Good old Lewis and Clark. They came up this river. What else we got? More about the Great Falls. Yeah, we gotta go down there. Looks like the railroad runs right through it. Should be cool. What a view up here, isn't it gorgeous? There's Interstate 84 on the other side. Looks like a bridge for the railroad. Where all the ships pass. Another shot of the mountain. Wishram, Washington. This ought to be interesting. This sign here says historic locomotive. All right, let's find it. Quite a little drop down in here. Oh, this is cool. Look at the size of the train yard here. There's all kinds of them parked there. Probably got a maintenance yard or something here, maybe. So the Oregon side has the interstate, Washington side has the railroad tracks. Talk about small town USA. Everyone's got a boat. The only thing I would think of is the winds. Of course, you probably get used to it. Nothing wrong with it. This be different. Wintertime too. Probably gets a little chilly. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep trucking till we find that locomotive. Looks like there's only about 1 or 2 streets that go back in here. Looks like downtown here. A lot of houses. Probably most of them worked for the railroad. Kind of isolated down in here though. Different. This would be true living along the Columbia River. Okay. Still looking for the locomotive. Oh, I see it. Yay. Found it. Yeah, this is a huge railroad yard. There it is. Yay. Found it. This is cool. Class P2 engine, number 2507, built in 1923. Wow. Saving history. Big old light on the front of it. You think that thing made some noise rattling down the tracks? Bet it has a bell on it. Well, 100 years old. Over 100. 101 years old. The Baldwin locomotive was presented to the county here in 1962. Well, they were not kidding. You know, if you're trucking along the Washington side here, exploring the Columbia River, stop and check this thing out. It's history. Cute little park down here too. We got picnic tables, stop have a little lunch. Right here along the mighty Columbia River. You know, down here the winds aren't so bad like it was up on the road. Well, one last look. Cool. Cool. Well, right up the road's that museum, Maryhill Museum. Let's go check that next. Should be right up the road here. I stopped here about 5-6 years ago. Been quite a while. Pretty fancy museum. It's worth a second look. A lot of vineyards out this way, winemakers, wine tasting. Kind of a exclusive area. Here it is. Place is huge. Looks expensive, doesn't it? To me, it was out of place, but I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just looks different when you think of the old rugged Columbia River and then a world-class museum like this one. All right, well, let me get parked. There's an overlook here. We'll walk out on first, then we'll go on in. Native American history, another picture of the falls. Deschutes River, that heads south. Miller Island. Okay. Sure is dry looking here. And we got concrete structures. Some kind of art. Several of them, huh? Little benches you can sit on. Come out here and get your Zen moment. Wheat fields. They used to harvest, huh? Yeah, you'll see once we go inside this museum. I mean, it's different. Brett's Flood Basin in the Columbia River Gorge, which we are following. Heck yeah. There has to be a meaning to these, and I'm just missing it. But, oh well. Fun to look at. What do we got here? Mount Hood, heck yeah. 11,235 feet. I didn't realize that. That's why there's still snow on it. Okay, got a few more storyboards out here. Here's the overlook. We'll be crossing that bridge down there. That's it. I think it's called Sam Hill Bridge. Biggs Junction over there. There's our buddies, Lewis and Clark. Them guys sure got around for canoes and horses. I mean, they did some miles. And wildlife of the area. And more history. Lewis and Clark. If they're around today, I wonder what they would say. What the heck did you guys do to this area? Alright, well, what do you think? Want to go inside the buildings? Sam Hill Bridge. Yep, Samuel Hill Bridge. (1962). And more about the Lewis and Clark Trail. Lot of traffic on that 84, and there's a train. You can't even hear it. Too windy. Permanent way to hold up your fence right there. Just put rocks in a metal container. A gate. I wonder what the gate's for. That's different. Windy Flats Walkway. They got the windy part right. Still a beautiful view. Wow. See some of them barges down there. Alright. Let's go in and get a touch of class. Metal sculptures outside here. Oh, I remember this. I called it Radiator Man or something last time. I got in trouble. That is different, isn't it? artwork, a huge Native American display downstairs. There's like a big round rotunda thing. We'll go down there. Paintings. Now, how'd you like to have that in your living room? Wow. You wonder who originated all this. You got a little stool. The design in it. My goodness. Here's some of the artwork. It is just incredible. It, to me, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's just kind of out of place when you think of this road along the Columbia. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No big towns around for a long ways. And you got a world-class museum like this. Must be well funded though. That's one of them pictures where you can stare at for days and never figure it out. What's in there? Picture of the dam. Well, let's check out upstairs first, then we'll do the basement. There's that round rotunda. I think that's where all the Native American stuff was. Oh, wow. Look at the eyes in that painting. They're following me. Oh, man. What we got in here? Looks like artifacts, sculptures. Those eyes look realistic, don't they? That's one of them paintings you see in a movie. More artwork. This place is loaded with it. Oh my goodness. Walking on the logs on the water. Help tourists enjoy Oregon. Come fish. painting of the shipwreck. I believe that's Fort Stevens. I've seen that. There's the Astoria Bridge. We drove across that. The lighthouse out there at Cape Disappointment. So a lot of these paintings are about places along the Columbia River. Another room full of art. Well, that big one never got away. Big old sturgeon. It says 1961. And here's all the dolls, figurines. Wow.
The fashion designer Christian explains her respect for American collaboration to
Couture based on highly craftsmanship. Today in Paris, there are only 2 or 3 persons capable of working with feathers, for instance. There's only one old gentleman capable of sculpting wood forms for hats. The embroiderers are pure, and they're very local thinking in finding materials. As for fabrics, it's the same thing. Soon we'll see other dances vestiges. I believe that nostalgia can be magnetic, we need to cultivate it. So I think
And
that
there's
both
the doll
historical
maker,
garments and mythological artifacts
designer of the
will
clothing.
resist digesting material, the lavender, because it will perhaps
Pretty
resist
high-end display.
gravitations in certain kind of French creativity, which was then swept away by
Bet this
Americanization
stuff's
in the 1950s and
very
1960s,
expensive.
which was wonderful too. It would mark the end of certain typically Parisian, a Parisian spirit which one can no longer find except in certain magazines and the photos of Robert Lamour and watercolors of Bérard or Henri Bergson. It was a very special genre.
Building the wire frames for the dolls. I'll be darned. 1940s. I don't know if I had that hanging in my house, I'd get kind of creeped out. Bye bye. Oh man. Just joking. Well, what do we got in here? The outside sculptures. Yeah, they have to have serious donors. What a view up here, too. Just art everywhere. There's a cafe here, cafeteria thing. I don't think it's open today. All their glassware. Vases. Not a vase, a vase. Pretty colorful. Well, let's see what else we can find. Here's this round rotunda. All the Native American baskets, weaving. Pretty colorful. Huh? So you could spend an entire day in here going through all this stuff. That horse is cool. Clothing. More baskets. I like that picture. Probably kept their grain and food in there. Oh, look at the picture for the babies. Like a rocker, huh? Wow. A little bit of everything in here. Extremely well done and preserved. And labeled. I mean, little stories on every piece. Painting the hats. Wow. Impressive. Well, have you ever had one of those days you just felt like that? That is quite the sculpture. Or a bad hair day. Sorry, when I get in these museums like this, my imagination wanders. Still fun. You gotta have fun when you come to these things. The detail in some of this is incredible. Well, he's thinking about it. I'm thinking about heading out towards the van. We got some miles left to do. I got a reservation at an RV park right on the river. That's a beautiful picture with the stars, the Milky Way. Wonder if this is one of those dark sky places that keep the lights down. Pretty cool stop. I mean, totally different than most museums that I go to, for sure, with these paintings and sculptures, but it's still history. The Maryhill Museum of Fine Arts, founded by Samuel Hill. Okay. 1857. Wow. No wonder. Opened May 13th, 1940. Oh, goodness. Well, those windmills get worked here. Well, what do you say? We got a few miles to do before I find my home for the night. Welcome back to Oregon. Yay. I'm going to jump on 84. We're going to do a few miles. I want to get on down the road. Oh my goodness, that motorhome's getting on the freeway the wrong way. He made the wrong turn. Oh boy. Jeez, you see everything on the road. Alright, gonna start trucking east. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for free newsletter. Got all kinds of cool stuff on the website. Free downloads of puzzles and screensavers. We got merch. The Armchair Traveler series coming out. Coffee mugs, hats, shirts, calendars, puzzles, you name it, we got it. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one. Trucking along the Columbia River Gorge. Isn't this neat? And I appreciate it very much. Alright, here we go. Going down to Umatilla, Oregon. There's a Umatilla RV park right on the river. I booked a site there for tonight. So it's a few miles. I've driven this stretch through here. There ain't a whole lot to see. Just a lot of freeway. Follow right along the mighty Columbia for a while. Ooh, there's one of those cruise ships off to the left. Made it. Welcome to Umatilla. Right here on the Columbia River. This is kind of the end of our Columbia River trip. Got the flower baskets hanging. Because from here tomorrow we're going to cut over into Idaho. Lewiston, Idaho. Then we're going to cross through the Rocky Mountains. I mean, we got all kinds of travel coming up all season long. We're only getting started. But today's been kind of a long day, kind of looking forward to getting off the road. Maybe once I get to the RV park, we'll take a little bike ride. Because this park is right on the water. Let's see what we can find. Alright, I better pay attention where I'm going here. Oops, I just missed the turn. I should have turned left there. Well, let me turn around here where this big cowboy's at. Hard to miss him. That's called Columbia River, Columbia Harvest Foods. Okay, well, I need to cut back up to that street. We're just taking a scenic route. You wanted to see the cowboy, correct? Of course. See, that was all planned, and I'm sticking to the story. Here we go. Now, down this street, right down to the RV park. Found this online, looked cool. Checked it, and they had openings. There's the sign, Umatilla RV Park and Marina. Wow, this place is huge. Wow. Looks like they had something going on here. This must be their office. All right. Well, let me do this. I'm going to get checked in, get parked. Then I'll get the e-bike out. We'll go for a little ride around here. There's a bridge right there, too. Cool. Nice place. I got a little shade with that big tree real close to the showers and the restrooms. This is going to be perfect. And there's my electric X Peak. Been hauling it around all summer. It's kind of perfect to take around these parks and stuff. Alright, well, we're going to go for a little bike ride here. Let me finish setting up. Getting the camera set up here in the bike. Yeah, just missed they had a big festival last few days. It's over with. They're tearing everything down. Now you can get campsites closer to the water. All those were reserved. I couldn't find one. That's okay. I'm only here for one night. Big park. Looks like apartments back in here. Let's go check the water. This is their marina down here, it looks like. They're tearing down their tents. Wonder what festival it was. Heading out to go fishing. That'd be a good day on the water. Some kind of concrete anchor block things here. There goes the boat. Heading out to get the big fish. Pretty view of that bridge though. Right here. I'm really glad I found this place. This is going to be peaceful. Good night to relax. What a neat park. I mean, it's pretty here. If you're into boating, fishing, they had a couple trails around here. Got the bridge and the dam. Across the water is Washington. Which tomorrow we're crossing over that bridge. Gonna be going up a little ways, and then we're going to head straight east, right towards Lewiston, Idaho. The once-in-a-lifetime series will continue all winter long. All this footage was shot in the summer of 2024, and I'll keep putting it out all winter long. Alright, here's home for the night. Journey continues. Talk soon.